He picked off Tom Brady.
Ooh, you got to go. You got to go.
You got that thing hanging up.
Where's that ball at?
I got it.
It's hanging up somewhere.
The Players Club is presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders.
And by Northwest Federal Credit Union. Northwest is celebrating game day and thanking Commanders fans with a $400 cash bonus when you open your first ever checking account. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Visit northwestnwfcu.org/Washington to find out how you can score that cash bonus with your new checking account. Welcome to the season finale of the Players Club. I'm London Fletcher. As always, Santana Moss. And we got a special guest, Cody Barton.
Thanks
Cody,
for
we
having me.
appreciate you coming on the show. All right, man. How we like to start off all our shows, we ask our guests their top three. And Tanner, we let Tanner ask this question.
This healthy conversation is presented by Cigna Healthcare.
This is my question. Already, I'm feeling a little tense because I got two linebackers on the side of me. Cody, give me your top three linebackers of all time. They don't have to be politically correct when it comes to someone else's favorites. Your favorite, your top three.
Well, that's a tough one. Top three. Ooh. I would say Luke Kuechly.
Luke, yeah,
Fan of him growing
Luke was
up.
a heck of a player.
Bobby Wagner.
Yep. Played with
We're
Bob.
watching him for a long time. These are more guys that I watched growing up, you know.
Yeah,
Gosh, I don't know the third. I would say either Ray. You're up there.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah.
You ain't just got to say that because I'm sitting right here either.
Oh, no, have to. All right, never mind. Just kidding. I don't know. Probably say Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis.
I mean, it's interesting. So Luke, phenomenal. But you played with Bobby. What was it like? Like, man, this is a guy I grew up watching. He went to Utah State. You went to Utah. So obviously you know him from that part of the country. What was it like playing with him?
It was cool, especially when I got drafted there. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to learn from him and the things that he taught me. Because I think when I got there, he was either going into year 9 or year 8, and at that time I had all the accolades already. And so just the things I learned from him, all the little, I call them nuggets, you know, just like things they don't teach you in the X and O's on the whiteboard, you know, like just little tricks of the trade, you know, just you can set a guy up this way. Like they may want you to fill up a gap and you're in your gap, you know.
Right.
You can set up a guy by pre-snap alignment or the way you step to it and then fall back. You know what I mean? There's just different ways you can create more plays for yourself.
You know, looking at your body type, I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I can look at you and say you look like you played safety. And then I heard that you had a stint there before. Was it in high school, college, or was that?
It was high school. Well, my whole life I was always a DB.
Okay.
And then going into high school, I was corner for my first 3 years, and then went to strong safety my senior year.
Really?
And then in college, they switched me to linebacker.
So how was that transition? Like, did you take it on, or was it something that they forced you to do?
They told me when I was going to Utah, they were like, you're going to linebacker. So I didn't really have a choice, but I actually wanted to go move to linebacker.
Okay.
Just because in high school, I like coming out of the box and going, you know, getting tackles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I remember, I think this was my junior year in college. Dudes had went down. We were playing Arizona, and I hadn't played safety in years. And they put me back there like, you got middle third. And they ran all special. He throws that ball, and I thought I was going to pick. Dude undercut me, touchdown. I was like, man, I'm going back in the box.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Man, did you play offense in high school as well?
Yeah, in high school I did. Receiver, tight end.
Which one you like better?
I mean, tight end was cool because I was close to the core, but I didn't like blocking.
Yeah.
I didn't like that blocking. I like catching the ball.
Yeah.
It's time for your player profile presented by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Washington Commanders. So you grew up in Utah, man. An extremely, let's call it athletic family, to say the least. Your mom was a volleyball player and a basketball player. All went to Utah. Your dad, baseball and football. Your sister is on the U.S. national women's volleyball team. And your brother played football as well.
Yeah, so I got, like you said, mom and dad both played at Utah.
Yeah.
Dad played football, was a quarterback and a pitcher, and then pitched in the minors for the Blue Jays, just for like a couple years.
Right.
My mom, volleyball, basketball. My older brother plays for the Cardinals now. Offensive lineman, his name is Jackson. And my sister plays for the Japan team.
She plays for the Japan.
She was on the U.S. team.
Okay.
it's the times are weird. Like she goes to a foreign country for like 6 or 9 months, and then goes to the U.S. team in the summer.
Oh, okay.
What growing up in that type of household?
Yeah, but that.
What was family game night like, or when y'all got together in any type of sporting event, like going against each other?
Everything
competitive.
was competitive. Everything was competitive. Who could eat their food first? Walking in the door. Who's going to get the door? You know what I mean? Everything we did was competitive. I got a little brother too. He's a sophomore at Utah. His name's Lander, and he's going to be.
He's the next.
He's got the most potential.
Wow.
But
they always say
I'm the best, but
it's crazy to have 2 already, and then he's the younger one that has a lot more potential. How is that though? Like, far as just seeing you guys having success at the same sport, does that give him extra motivation, or does it put pressure on him?
I think it motivates him. Okay. I mean, I think there is a little
pressure.
There could be a little pressure.
Yeah,
having 2 older brothers in the league, but I think it's gonna motivate him overall.
Mm-hmm. What position is he?
Linebacker right now.
All right, yeah.
But he's about 6'5", 240.
He'll be a DN before
that's what I'm saying. He might have his hand in the dirt.
That hand gonna go in the dirt fast.
You mentioned your older brother Jackson plays for the Arizona Cardinals. 2019, special time for you. Mm-hmm. You get drafted by the Seahawks that year, and then Jackson got drafted by the Indianapolis Colts. Mm-hmm. What was it like to first and foremost hear your name called during draft night, or during the draft, and then later on your brother getting drafted?
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing was a wild experience because I remember coming out of college, I was projected to go undrafted because I didn't play hardly at all my first 3 years, just special teams.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, I finally got to start. But I just had I went to the East-West Shrine game, and then I had a good combine.
Yeah.
And then my agent calls me like 2 days before and was like, hey, you might go a little higher. You might sneak up into those rounds. Mm-hmm. And then I get a call in the state of Washington. And I thought it was, at the time it was the Redskins, but it's Commanders now. And I thought it was, because when you think of Seattle, you don't think of Washington.
Right, yeah.
I was like, all right, East Coast, I guess. And I'm like, hello. And I couldn't hear nothing because my mom had a bunch of people over, everyone's cheering. And then I didn't know until they showed on the TV that I was going to the Seahawks. And that was an awesome experience. It just happens fast,
Right.
Go ahead.
And then the next day, my brother gets drafted.
Wow.
Colts.
But that's my thing is, like, you got a brother, y'all getting drafted the same year. Like, and you talking about being competitive, like, that goes out the door there. You just want to see, man, my brother get picked up. I'm getting picked up. You got called first. How was that? Like, was that nerve-wracking after you got picked up, just thinking, like, man, would somebody call my brother? just so.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking as in his agent was telling him he's going to go around, like, 4 to 5. Mm-hmm. And the 4th round pass, 5th round pass, and he hadn't got a call yet. Mm. And then during the 6th round, still hadn't got a call, and that's when I started getting nervous.
Yeah.
But I was like, I knew he was going to get the call.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was going to slip.
Yeah, slip that.
But once he finally got that call.
Yeah, I was.
Because when I got drafted, I was happy. But I was like, all right, let's go. Like, on to the next thing, Mm-hmm. But when my brother got drafted, that's when I started to cry a little bit. I felt more happy for him than I did for myself when it happened.
Good. So when we played the Cardinals, the opening game of the season, was it a house divided with your parents, or they were just like, you know what, we want both of our sons to have a good game and get out of here healthy?
Kind of the latter. I mean, because even when I was in Seattle, I played him because he's been with the Colts. He's been a journeyman. He's been his rookie year was with the Colts, and then after the trade deadline, went to the Chiefs, got himself a Super Bowl.
Nice.
And then he was with the Giants for 2 years, the Raiders for 1 year. So I played him when he was with the Giants and the Raiders before that.
Okay.
Now with the Cardinals. But my mom's always made like little hats where it's like half and half. Mm-hmm. What team I'm on and what team he's on, like
Mama Kelsey.
Yeah.
She don't have a jersey? Does she have a jersey?
No, she doesn't got a jersey. That she wears at least.
Yeah, we
give her jerseys.
We had the jerseys. Like, it was 83. It was like the 8-9 or the 8-3.
Yeah.
Half Giants and half Redskins. I mean, it's dope though. I mean, like, it's crazy though because, like, talking to other guys that have brothers in the league, it's odd because I don't know, because I'm the oldest and I'm 4 years older than my brother, but we never talk football. Like, it was literally like, what's up when we see each other? We didn't work out together. Like, we did nothing football wise. But I was more the guy who was in tune with what I was trying to do. He was just there and he loved football, but he was like, hey, let Tanner do what he do. Do you guys meet up in the off season and work out together and put that work in?
After the COVID year, we worked out all off season. We all shacked up in the house together.
Yeah.
And by the end of the training thing, because they canceled OTAs and all that.
Yeah.
we were ready to kill each other. We were getting in fights every day, and so that was our last off-season training together. We don't train together anymore.
That's crazy.
We go to the same gym, and if we go at the same times, we're on different. Like if he's on lower, I'll be on upper.
You'll be on upper.
Just because when we're apart from each other and around each other for stints, we're best friends. But when we're around each other for a long period of time, like that competitive nature gets brought out, and we just end up fighting every time.
I love it, man. I love it. This is your first year here in DC. Yep. What were you so far coming from being a West Coast guy, playing out of Seattle, spending your first 4 years there? What has this transition been like for you?
It's been, it hasn't been too bad. Obviously it's a big move. Never been on the East Coast before. I've been to Florida to train, but Florida's a different world, you know?
Yeah, my neck of the woods.
But it was a big move, obviously, going to the East Coast. First thing I noticed was no mountains.
Yeah.
Came from Utah, so I felt like my sense of direction was lost. But it's nice out here. It gets humid. I've never really been in humidity. That was new. But I like this area. People are nice. It's a good area. Team's awesome.
Right.
When I first got here, my first take on the team was I was surprised at how everyone in the locker room was just regular dudes, good dudes. Everyone was good friends with each other, which I liked that a lot. I was like, that's cool. I can fit in here.
You've already had an experience of the Dallas-Washington rivalry.
Yeah.
Having played them on Thanksgiving. Was it more intense than you thought? Dallas week is a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your takes? What's your take on it?
Well, yeah, leading up to Dallas, everyone told me how, what it's going to be like. And, I expected the worst. And, it was up there, just the intensity and how everyone is like, it's Dallas week. We don't mess around. And, I loved it. And, I hopped on quick. Now going into this week,
so
I'm jazzed up,
here's when I came here from Buffalo, and our big rival back then was the Dolphins, and I'm like, man, okay, it's a nice rival. Then I came here, we my first Dallas game, we go down there in 2007, and I'm like, man, I'd played some rivalry games. It can't be that big of a difference. And also when I was in St. Louis, the 49ers were our rivalry. When I tell you this was the most physical game I had ever played in, after the game, I ended up needing to get an X-ray on my ribs. I'm out there hunting folks, and it was a line of about 20 people getting X-rays from 20 players from both teams getting X-rays.
Jeez.
That's how physical it was.
When you came around the time that Coach Gibbs told us they better be hurt if we don't win.
Oh yeah.
The game. So I remember that game. He said we better hurt them. It better be more guys on their injury report next week if we don't win the game.
that was Coach Gibbs, man.
That was Coach Gibbs for you, man. My question, man, beyond the rivalry, just being in this area, how has DC been to you? Because that's one of the things that I guess I can say when I got here in 2005, I was not trying to look forward to just what outside of football brought me, but it was kind of like one of those things, especially, and it was a different time for me because we was winning. But the city, man, it's like no other. Like these fans really support the football team, really support the individual. So I wonder, have you got a dose of that yet, or haven't been out, that far to even,
I haven't spent a whole lot of time in downtown DC, but even it makes you think about, they were showing me pictures from last year's training camp, and there's nobody.
Yeah.
And then how it was this year, there was so many people, and I was like, these people really got our back. It was cool to see the turnout every time they had it open to fans, and even through the season, obviously it hasn't gone the way we've gone, but even with our record, there's still, for what our record is, there's still a good amount of fans. What I mean? More than you think.
They show up now.
Yeah. And so, overall, if you're doing bad, they'll let you know about it.
Yeah.
No doubt. But overall, I felt like they've supported us well and, had our back.
Yeah. You wear the Cowboys hats, man. I love the hats. I got to get me a hat, man. I got to get a Cowboy hat. Tanner, have you ever seen his Cowboy hats?
No. I think I've seen it once.
Oh, he got some nice ones.
I think I seen one of them. You had a black one on one day or something? Yeah, seen a black one.
Growing up in Utah, what's it like? I've never been to Utah. I don't know if you ever been to Utah.
I think of just watching, what's the show out right now I think it's Wyoming. What is it called?
You're probably thinking of Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Yeah, you think of Yellowstone.
What's Utah like?
Yeah.
is beautiful. Up north, that's where I'm from, up northern Utah. Real green, huge mountains. Like you can't look in one direction and not see a mountain range. Down south is beautiful too. It's like real red and like orange rocks and stuff. But it's totally different. It looks like two different worlds. Yeah. But where I'm from, it's beautiful. Like I said, the mountains and stuff.
You had cattle and stuff growing up?
Yeah. So we got a ranch back home, out in the middle of nowhere.
How big is the ranch?
It's a good size. It's a good size. Yeah, it's a good size.
That means a couple thousand acres.
No, not that big. Not that big.
Couple hundred acres.
A little bit more.
Good.
It's a good size.
Yeah.
So was that life growing up, like basically getting up in the morning, taking care of the cattle, you know what I mean, going out there? Because I see, and I don't know, like I'm just saying, I watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
And I see guys who live on those ranches, man, they got so many responsibilities when it comes to.
There's a lot of work that comes with it.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's good.
But, I mean, my upbringing was different. So we had the ranch, but then we also had a house up in the mountains above, kind of between Park City. I don't know if you're familiar with Park City and Salt Lake.
I've heard it, yes. I've heard of Park City.
So up between the two. And so Monday through Friday, we were there going to school, doing our sports and stuff. And then Friday afternoon, once all that's done, up to the ranch.
Oh, okay.
For the weekends.
So
it was kind of the best of both worlds, you know?
So spend a ton of time outside. Yeah. Outdoor sports, skiing.
Yeah. So grew up skiing.
Do you still ski or?
No, not anymore.
It's like, I got to cut that out.
Because friends I had that were, you know, because where I went to school was down in Park City, big ski town. So part of school growing up, elementary school, was skiing.
Wow.
So in the winter after school, they take you to the mountain to teach you how to ski.
Yeah.
But then a lot of my friends started getting competitive with it and doing all the, you know, the tricks and the jumps and all like the crazy backcountry stuff.
Yeah.
Dudes getting caught in avalanches, getting concussions.
Oh, wow.
Hurting your knees a lot in those skis. And so I was just like, once I was going to high school, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to keep skiing and risk it.
When you're not in the park and watching film and doing all those types of things, what are you like off the field?
What I like to do or what am I like?
What do you like to do? What do you like to do off the field?
When the weather's good, I mean, fishing, riding horses, depending on the season, hunting.
Yeah.
Depending on what you can hunt that time of year. Just really anything outdoors. Hiking. When it's cold, like right after the season when I get back, a lot of duck and goose hunting. So I'll have like 2 weeks of the season left when I get home. So we'll just pound the birds, hopefully, you know, hopefully they're in with the weather. But just anything outdoors.
Yeah. Tanner, we might have to make a trip to Utah.
Especially
Cody, we might come visit you in Utah, man. Yeah. We bringing the Players Club to Utah. We're going to take a break, and after that, we got more with Cody Barton.
Welcome back to the Players Club. It's your boy 8 to the 9. Here with my main man, London Fletcher, and our linebacker star, Cody Barton. Cody, I'm going to ask you this question, and you can think back as far as you want, all the way to this point. What is one of your most rewarding moments? It's time for the most rewarding moment, brought to you by Fanatics Sportsbook, the most rewarding sportsbook. Please bet responsibly.
Most rewarding moment, I would say, when I got my scholarship to Utah. Because I remember growing up, that was my dream.
Yeah.
Get a scholarship to Utah, play football. When I got my scholarship, after college, my brother got drafted. And then in the league is when I got my first interception.
Wow.
It was last year versus the Buccaneers. We were playing in Germany, which was awesome.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And picked off Tom Brady.
You got to go. You got to go.
You got that thing hanging up.
Where's that ball at?
I got it.
It's hanging up somewhere.
Yeah, that ball is special. It's special plays. Nah, that's dope.
Nah, that is dope.
Okay, speaking of top plays, we're going to look at some of your top plays from this season in the burgundy and gold. Let's take a look at Driving Towards Greatness, presented by Eastern's Automotive Group. Any car, any way, for everyone since 1988. Let's go ahead and take a look at this first play against the Denver Broncos, back out on the West Coast. Take us through this one right here.
Shout out Jamin right here, getting that ball loose. I really should have stayed up and scooped and tried to score that thing.
I thought that, especially as athletic as you are, but I wasn't going to say anything. But since you brought it up.
I really should have stayed up and kept going.
You making sure you got it, though, first, right?
I mean, I'm just running the ball.
Yeah.
This Jamin did the work right here. Knocked the ball out.
Hustling, making sure you got on the ball.
But you know what, though? At that moment in the game, like, you got 21-3.
Yeah, that was critical.
You just want to get you just want to get the ball.
You think about not doing nothing extra, just saying, hey, let me get this ball, get on the ball right now.
And that ended up sparking a comeback against the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
All right, next play, we got against the Cowboys. 2nd and 6, tackle for a loss. You read this thing out. Talk to me.
I was actually supposed to blitz on this play. But when he hopped over, I was like, no way, he's got to, especially with a bunch to that side, I was like, he's got to be they're setting up a swing screen, you know? So I just took my shot.
That's what linebackers do, man. Use your instincts. Like, okay.
Just take a shot.
Yeah.
Take a shot.
Yeah, now that play right there, that's instincts making that tackle. I'm glad it worked out for you because if you didn't go through the blick, your linebacker coach would have been like, "What are you doing?" Steve Rush would have been like, "What are you doing?" That's great. We need to see some more of that on Sunday.
I got you.
That's for sure.
All right, now let's take this right here. This is my favorite play by you. This is high level linebacker play right here. What happened on this play? How did you come up with this interception?
We had checked to we were like a quarters concept, checked to this box concept, and my route that I have to own is that spot route. When someone out of that bunch sits down.
Yes.
But just watching this guy in film, I knew if he saw something that seemed open, because all year I just been jumping it.
Yeah.
The quarterback sees it, it's covered, on to the next read, right?
Right.
So I knew if I just waited and
just a half second,
he would throw it. He sees it, you know what I mean? Just throws it. And it's just 2 steps away from me.
That was a great
What
play.
about the catch, though? All hands, too,
all hands,
Tanner.
yeah.
That was like a receiver.
Yeah,
Come on.
man. He said he had a little dose of that.
I thought I was going to the house right here.
You saw that the speed showed up, too.
Yeah.
I'm watching it, and like it did look like you about to go to the house.
I thought you was gonna pitch it to. I think Quan was behind you trying to.
Right, so right there, right when he spins me around, I heard him say pitch it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was spinning around. I was like, nah. The last thing I knew was
Don't do too much, right?
Yeah.
How good did that feel, man? Because that was another momentum changing play to get a pick in the red zone. That had to feel good.
I was like, in my mind, I was like, about time. Because all year I've been trying to hunt up some picks. You know, I've always prided myself in the pass game, but finally got one.
Oh, man, this is great stuff.
That's
Well,
dope.
Cody, man, we appreciate you joining us here on the Players Club. We like to have all our guests. We asked them to sign our helmet. If you don't mind, we would,
I got it.
get you to sign at it.
Got you.
Last game left, man, against the rival
Thank you.
Dallas Cowboys. What can we expect from you in that game?
Playing fast and nasty. I'm excited for this game. I've been looking forward to this game for a long time. Ever since we played them the first time, which was only, 6 weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
But still, I'm looking forward to this game. It was a little cold, too.
Oh, yeah.
4 o'clock game.
Yeah.
Hidden
Should have
way.
won, but
Yeah, but it might actually be better now. It's 4 o'clock. Probably gonna be a little chillier. Out.
Listen, Cody,
Nasty weather.
Cody, we linebackers, man. Linebackers, so when I was here, I used to talk about the linebackers, man. We set the tone and we set the tempo. Linebackers set the tone. Linebackers set the tempo. Ain't nothing changed but the location from the first time you played against these guys. It's going to be hitting weather on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys. Y'all tune in. All right, great conversation with Cody Barton, Santana, man, for our last segment of the 2023 Players Club season. We're going to take a look at some of our best clips from the season.
I'm pretty sure we got a bunch of laughs in them, man. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, let's check this out.
It's time for Protect the House, brought to you by Johnson Kendall Johnson, the official insurance broker and risk management partner of the Washington Commanders, where our passion is your protection.
Interesting thing when Tanner was talking about it, because I'm looking at matchups, I'm like, all right, I got D Green and Dion to handle the receivers. I got Sean Taylor to handle Shockey. Trent Williams, I got Deron Payne to handle him. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna handle B-Rob.
Oh yeah, he wanted to
So listen,
he wanted to smoke.
Yeah. B-Rob, a young 24-year-old Fletch against you. What happens?
Say we in the same draft class. You come in the same time I come in. We both 24 years old. I definitely feel like we'll battle it out for sure. We'll have a good day.
Let me be a judge of that.
I feel like you'll definitely you'll probably be that player that just make me bring everything I got out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So great players just bring out the best in me. So you'll definitely.
I would have got after. I would have been the whole weekend or whole week leading up to that game. I'd have been just getting ready. I would have been real quiet, just anticipating.
Yeah, that's the kind of guys. That's the kind
I'm
of
going
guys
against
we
him. All right, that's cool. Let's see what we got next. Here it is right here. Let's go. We got the Falcons. So, come on. Yeah, we got this play right here.
all the joys.
He went out there.
We got to hit this back from the beginning. The play, the route, everything.
He went in the old school book, man, and said, "I'm gonna pull this thing out from the '90s."
I ain't gonna lie, like when we was in Atlanta, I'm like, I gotta hit this one right here. Hold on, yeah.
Terry joined in.
Everybody joined in. I feel like that's when we playing at our best.
Yeah,
when we
having
enjoying
fun.
ourselves, having
Yes.
fun. So I like to just dance because I feel like that brings excitement to everybody on the
That's
team.
what's up. That's the thing about Curtis, man. Curtis can actually dance.
Right.
Yeah.
But the Nick Gates though, and that
Oh my God. Gates and Cosby's been the funniest, man, when it comes to just popping up in your dance. You see those guys all the time watching film.
They
just
having
pop about
fun.
nowhere.
They having a lot of
damn
fun on that one.
Gritty and everything.
All right, Tanner, we got one last clip. We actually got an imposter in here, the impersonator.
You know, Emmanuel, we was waiting on that name to be called draft night, and yours truly, your fella Bulldog here. I think it wasn't nobody in the room more ecstatic than Fred. Check out this clip.
That's what I'm talking about right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey man, how I feel to have somebody, man, who don't know you. I just know, y'all share the same blood, y'all bleed the same colors, but just he was geek for you, man. How I feel, man, seeing that clip.
Oh, that's exciting, man. He's bringing energy, you see?
Yeah.
You can't
Man,
beat
it's like
that.
he should have had a Manuel Forbes jersey on,
Yeah, I swear.
some pom-poms and everything.
He's been his biggest supporter, man, biggest fan. And then one of the things I want to add to that, it's been I can't say a pleasant surprise, but I am a little surprised just knowing that Forbes is a young guy.
Yeah.
He's been through a lot, and he's understood the task. Like, he's not really, I guess you can say, he's taking everything that's been thrown at him,
Yeah.
and steady getting out there and going out there putting up work. In his last couple of games, man, he's been showing.
He's showed up. He's played well, and you know that's what you want to see from a young guy. You
That's what
talk
I'm trying
about,
to say, yep.
and you experience some adversity, and for a lot of us, when you come into the league, that's the first time we've had negative publicity, either via in the press, social media, because we've been that dude.
Yeah.
Our whole careers, our whole lives. We didn't just become that dude
Exactly.
when we got to the league. We were the dude in Pee-wee, high school, college.
yeah.
So we haven't faced adversity and criticism. I've been proud with the way he's handled that.
I'm very proud, and that only leads up for me to say this: be on the lookout next year. I think he's really gonna show some of his best stuff next year, man. And I'm one of his biggest supporters too. Not only Fred.
All right, so that's a wrap from this season of the Players Club. We appreciate you all tuning in the entire season. You can go back and check out us all the episodes on the Commanders YouTube channel. It's the off season. You got nothing else to do. Go back and watch every single episode.
See you next year.